up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is your main man, Juggernaut of Multi-Platinum Production Team.
Arkatech Beatz.
We are doing the live music reviews tonight. It is a Monday night.
Arkatech Beatz.
Making sure my sound is good. Mic check 1 2 1 2. If it's your first time here, make sure that you're like, commenting, and subscribing. We are, I'm Juggernaut of Multi-Platinum Production Team, Arkatech Beatz. Shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D. We are responsible for producing for some of your favorite artists of a generation. We have produced for everybody from Big Pun to Nas, Prodigy of Mobb Deep, Raekwon the Chef, Jada Kiss, The Game, Max B, French Montana, Wiz Khalifa, and the list goes on. Killer Mike, Waka Flocka, Shorty Low, you name it, we've done it. So we're here, you know what I mean? We're doing the live music reviews. So for those who are tuning in, make sure you're submitting your music now. Now is the best time to get it submitted. I'm going to be on here for a short period of time, right? There's approximately over 100 songs in this queue. For anybody who wants to submit, now is the time. I am here for a limited time, and we'll get through what we can get through. Free to submit, but in order to guarantee yourself to get heard, we would go with the skip or a super skip or even a throne option like you're seeing right now on the screen. We're going to jump into this music review in about 5 minutes. I want to just give folks a chance to jump into the live. Make sure that they are liking, subscribing, sharing the live. It needs a little bit of activity, So I do need your activity inside of there. Shout out to my folks that's jumping in. In the meantime, I'm going to play you a little something that I cooked up. But we're going to get started in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Let's just start to submit these records now, so we can get a good listen and see what the situation is. We're reviewing these songs. We're giving good feedback. We're trying to show folks what they need to do. Showing folks, telling folks how they can get their music better. If you're a producer, make sure that you're jumping into our community, our Future Producer Society. That's for producers who want to learn how to do the music business and also sharpen their skills with their music skills and their music production. So in the meantime, as we're getting ready to get started, I'm gonna play a few joints.
Arkatech Beatz.
I want to shout out everybody that's jumping into the live.
Arkatech Beatz.
Shout out to everybody jumping in. We're doing live music reviews tonight. I'm your host, Juggernaut. Multi-Platinum Production Team, Arkatech Beatz. Make sure you check out our production right now on Coke Wave 3.5, French Montana, Max B. Out now. Max B, $1 Million Baby 4, coming soon. Production by us. Producer. Make sure you're jumping into our society, man. Future Producer Society at school.com. We're about to get started with these music reviews in another 5 minutes. We're jumping into this thing right now. Let's go, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. We are streaming on all platforms. X, YouTube, Twitch. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. We're getting ready to get started in just a few minutes. We're just waiting for some folks to jump back into the live stream as they have submitted some skips and or some thrown. So I want to make sure that the folks is present when we're giving out the feedback. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live.
Arkatech Beatz.
What do you do when the love's that good? Every single inch is working like it should. What's a girl to do when a man's that fine? Feeling like a diamond, shining all the time. When he says he wants me, baby, don't you know? It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. What do you do when the love's that good? Working like it should. What's a girl to do when a man's that fine? Shining all the time. When he says he wants me, baby, don't you know?
Big Show, thank you for your gift.
You know,
live music reviews tonight, man.
Baby, it drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you. No, it drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby.
Big Show, thank you for your gift, brother. We're about to get started. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live.
Arkatech Beatz.
Shout out to everybody, like I said, that's jumping into the live, man. Shout out to everybody that's getting in here. You know, shout out to everybody that's submitting songs, man. Like, you know,
Yeah. Don Valley,
it's that new Max B,
Rails is poppin'.
French
40
Montana.
ass, see you, baby, let's roll.
produced by us. Let's go.
Yeah, I gave him my signature on the C-note. When it come to these speakers, I'm the keynote. Glock 19 tucked in the Pico. I'm a peacock, she like the deep throw, do new tricks, get it all clean. $250,000 on the truck, I'ma get it all green. Don't you fuck with the EMG, niggas all team black. Stevie and more, bigger cross seas, we be on patrol. Money won't fold, sweet and sour on the bagel, honey on the road. Tryna show my man a glow, but Dunny on parole. Damn, P.O. a dick, money on patrol. Damn, I been chose, better off road. Don Valley on the building, letters all bold. I just hit me a royal flush, better on fold. On the oven, I bake cakes, but better on the stove, yeah.
If you wanna make 1 million, you gotta make 2. Say don't bring sand to the beach, I brought the beach through. When New York fell off, Montana brought the east through. Malibu estates, mansion on the beach, at least 2. Don't think of outer space with a bitch you can't breathe. Rabbit 16, but my contract like an athlete. From birds on the block to the jet, CB on the wings. Tell your big homie my watch costs 100 billion streams. When it come to maxing on my name's me too. Cause when he got the cash, I was like me too. And when he got the drop, I was like me too. When he almost got shot, I was like me too. Man, And this shit right here, dog, is just the preview. Wave God's on the way, Cosmo Brothers Part 2. Huh?
Yeah, I wish I could hit the lotto. Me too. Smoke a blunt while I hit the bottle. Me too. Yeah, I'm feeling to hit the model. Me too. I'm having issues with somebody I need to speak
Let's
to.
go.
I'm just trying to get my flows on. Me too.
New
I'm
Max
trying to
B.
feel like the boss gone. Me too. Big chain with a frost on. Me too. I need crew in that Perry on. Me too. You ain't fucking with the boys, they got a choice.
Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. That's Me Too, French Montana, Max B, off that Coke Waves Narcos 3.5, out now. Me Too, produced by us, Arkatech Beatz. So for those who are jumping into the live stream and trying to figure out like who's the guy doing the reviews, we're the guys doing the reviews, man. We're doing the music production in real time, working with real artists, real big name artists, real time. Doing stuff from the past, present, and future, just so that you understand, you know what I mean? We've been in this thing for 20 years. We've worked with the best artists that hip-hop has had to offer. So, you know, I just wanted to make sure that we're doing the reviews and making sure that we're giving people true feedback and making sure they have actionable things that they can do to make their music better. So, you know, that's what we're doing night after night for right now. I don't know how long this series will go on for. I'm going to do it for a little bit to see how it feels. And if I can really impact artists and if I'm really able to find artists that we can collab with, then, you know, this is really part of the process of doing so. Me just trying to figure out who's next, you know, who actually has the talent, who has the resources, who has the skills, who has the drive, determination, ambition to be able to get it done. You know, there's a lot of factors that come into play when people want to see if they want to work with artists, because you know the landscape is so treacherous, and you see so many horror stories about people helping people and then it just goes wrong. So you know the process of vetting new artists becomes a lot more arduous because of the simple fact that it's very hard to work with people that you know you're trying to learn and trying to meet and that type of thing. You know what I mean? So I want to jump into this record from RNM Task. He submitted some records yesterday that we reviewed yesterday. He had put in some skips yesterday, and I listened to his records and I gave some real detailed feedback. He decided to jump in today with the Throne to skip the line again, and I wanted to make sure we give a good listen and then see what kind of feedback we can give him in terms of just trying to make sure that we can get this music to the next level. So for the producers who are watching, you know, make sure you're paying attention. For the artists that are watching, make sure that you're paying attention, because some of the feedback that we apply to some artists may actually apply to you. So, you know, this is one of those things where I know some folks just want to listen just to have their own record played. But I think there's a lot to be learned from the feedback provided to others, because you'd be surprised how many people are dealing with the exact same issues that you might be dealing with as an artist upcoming or a producer upcoming, you know, because we also do producer reviews as well. It's a SoundCloud link. We're going to get into this real quick.
John Dami made the beat and I'm gon' kill it. Yeah. Just keep your head on strong. Can't get all these thoughts from going in and out of my mind. I'm running out of time. Just keep your head on strong. Can't get all these thoughts from going in and out of my mind. I'm running out of time. I'm gonna make it, they tryna take it, they tryna get a job. They know by any means I'ma make it, I cannot stop, I cannot fly. I gotta reach the top and reach the peak. When niggas speak, I do not listen or pay attention. Plan every decision with precision, and then I strike. Why do I do what's wrong when I know it's right? They say just roll the dice and take a chance and do the dance and live your life. Just keep your head on strong. Can't get all these thoughts from going in and out of my mind. I'm running out of time. Just keep your head on strong. Can't get all these thoughts from going in and out of my mind. I'm running out of time. keep your head on strong. Can't get all these thoughts from going in and out of my mind. I'm running out of time. Just keep your head on strong. Can't get all these thoughts from going in and out of my mind. I'm running out of time.
So that's Head On Strong by RMN Taz. But Taz, I know you sent me this record, and I gave you the feedback on this record what I wanted to hear on this record. And I'm hoping that you're in the building right now while I'm getting ready to deliver this to you, because I'm under the impression that if you're resubmitting the same song, that you at least had implemented some of the feedback that I provided so that you could actually improve the record, because it still sounds like we have some of the same issues on this record, or if this record hasn't changed, because it still doesn't have the second verse, and there's still some punches in here that I think needed to be corrected.
Out of my mind.
Remember what we also said? We also said that we wanted the hook to have a little bit more stacks in it. We wanted the hook to have a little bit more to sound like it's a little bit sonically different from the rest of the verses.
I'm running out of time. Just keep your head on strong. Can't get all these thoughts from going in and out of my mind. I'm running out of time. I'm gonna make it, they tryna take it, they tryna get a job. They know by any means I'ma make it, I cannot stop, I cannot flop. I gotta reach the top and reach the peak. When niggas speak, I do not listen or pay attention. Plan every decision with precision, and then I strike. Why do I do what's wrong when I know it's right? They say just roll the dice and take a chance, and do the dance and live your life. Just keep your head on strong. Can't get all these thoughts from going in and out of my mind. I'm running out of time. Just keep your head on strong. Can't get all these thoughts from going in and out of my mind. I'm running out of time. Keep your head on strong. Can't get all these thoughts from going in and out of my mind. I'm running out of time. Just keep your head on strong. Can't get all these thoughts from going in and out of my mind. I'm running out of time.
So that's again RMN Taz. The record is called Head On Strong. He had put in for a throne so that we can listen to this record. This record, I gave this feedback a little bit before, but the overall feedback is that I feel like this is a record that has a lot of potential. I feel like there are certain parts of it that we can basically get to sound a little bit better, right? I think that the hook is going to do what it's doing. I just think that we need to kind of get the hook to just be stacked on certain words, right? Ad-libbed on certain words, not the whole thing. Just to have certain words to make it stand out a little bit more from the verses. And then there are some punches in the verse that I think this vocal performance for the verse probably should be re-recorded, or we need to fix them, right?
And reach the peak when niggas speak. I do not listen or pay attention. Plan every decision with precision.
See right there, that's a bad punch. So we can hear it. So if I can hear it, then the rest of the audience can hear it. We want to get that corrected so that can so it can sound clean.
And then I strike. Why do I do what's wrong when I know it's right? They say just roll the dice and take a chance and do the dance and live your life. Just keep your head up.
Because I think that these vocals,
Can't get I'm running all the time. I'm gonna make it. They tryna take it. They tryna get a job. They know by any means I'ma make it. I cannot stop. I cannot fly. I gotta reach the top and reach the peak. When niggas speak, I do not listen or pay attention. Plan every decision with precision. And then I strike. Why do I do what's wrong when I know it's right? They say just roll the dice and take a chance and do the dance and live your life. Just keep your head.
So I think that there's a decent cadence here in terms of the melody that you're using to drop on this verse. We just got to clean up the performance. We got to make sure that the performance is totally clean, right? So that it doesn't have any choppy punches in it, right? And then we want to make sure that we're ad-libbing certain parts of it so that certain words stand out. And we just want to make sure that you're riding the beat. I think this is probably the quintessential thing that I want to make sure that you're doing, is because you're delivering a vocal performance that's a rap, that's sing-songy, that has a little bit of a melody to it. So it's important for you to make sure that you're staying in the pocket on this track, right? Because this track is doing what it got to do. This track is definitely a good pick from you, and I said that I think that your beat selection has been pretty good. I think what happens here is that once we're jumping on this track and we're trying to ride this flow to make sure that we're staying in the pocket, I think once we're able to do that, then your song will resonate a lot better, because now you'll be married to the beat correctly. And I think a lot of artists don't really understand that you have to be married to the beat. You have to find a way that your melody complements the melody that's already occurring in the record as far as the beat is concerned. Your voice is an additional instrument, and I don't think people really pay too much attention to the fact that your voice is supposed to complement the music that's already there and to make the listener feel like everything is cohesive. One is married together, so it's sounding like it's actually all riding and flowing all at the same time. When we talk about your hook, again, I want to talk about the same thing, is making sure that the hook is going to stand out, right, in terms of sonically, right? Because you already got the lyrics, you already got the melody. You keep your head on strong, double certain words, right? One time, and you want to make sure that you're, accenting certain words so that your hook can stand out from the rest of your verse, because they really shouldn't sound the same. We're talking about making the hook stand out, because this is the hook. This has to have the most replay value. This has to have the situation that making listener want to replay your joint and keep going back and keep listening to what you're trying to drop on it. So we want to kind of keep paying attention to those type of things and making sure that we're doing the best that we can to get that to go where it got to go inside of that situation. But this is this is RMS Taz. The record is Head On Strong, right?
Head on strong. Can't get all these thoughts from going in and out of my mind. I'm running out of time. Just keep your head on strong. Can't get all these thoughts from going in and out of my mind. I'm running out of time.
And we need that second verse on here, bro. Hear how the beat goes? This is a dope track, man. So make sure we get the second verse in here, man. Get this song done, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised you sent this back to me. You didn't have the song finished yet. This song got to get done, bro. Let's do it. Let's get this song done, man. We're gonna jump into the next record. This joint is called Gangsta Go Hard by Jack Frost.
I'm jacking off with Jack Frost.
Nah, we're not doing that. Come on, dog. Yeah, this is not quite the forum for this one, dog. I'm sorry. We're not jacking off anything. We're not doing the pause here. So we gotta kind of keep that moving. Yeah, man. If you're gonna submit it, man, submit something that makes sense, man. Read the room, please. This joint is called Duzori by Chanel. And we're gonna try to jump into this. Let's take a listen.
Ti se ne roba i hoteli, privetavi, oni beli, brate, moja še kao neki tike. Preko uši diori, ne skupi cvike, na jutu zovem ribe, sve naduvane i fine. Kaže ta noćas je puna kokaina vutre, cimni drugarice, sa mnom ja do zore. Voli, kad iti sa mnom u Milanu, da držimo tu lovu, na Gucci Ferragamo. 911, te pълним там, бързо возим в умал, матанину дупе мами ме. Добре се съжене около мене барбике. Она не срами се, а я размазил съм я, навикла на скупе навике.
Purchase your track today.
You didn't buy the track? Oh, come on, bro.
Ти се не роба и хотели, прivetavi, oni beli, brate, moja še kao neki tike. Preko uši diori, ne skupi cvike, na jutu zovem ribe, sve naduvane i fine. Kaže ta noćas je puna kokaina vutre, cimni drugarice, sa mnom ja do zore. Voli, kad iti sa mnom u Milanu, da držimo tu lovu, na Gucci Ferragamo. 911, te pълним там, бързо возим в умал, матанину дупе мами ме. Добре се съжене около мене барбике. Она не срами се, а я размазил съм я, навикла на скупе навике.
Yo, I kind of like this joint, man, even though I can't understand it. You know, my Spanish is, un poquito, you know what I mean? Like, like where it starts off, about 15 seconds in.
Ти се не роба и хотели, privetavi, oni beli, brate, moja še kao neki tike.
I feel like the artist should say something in the intro.
Preko uši diori, ne skupi cvike, na jutu zovem ribe, sve naduvane i fine. Kaže ta noćas je puna kokaina vutre, cimni drugarice, sa mnom ja do zore. Voli, kad iti sa mnom u Milanu, da držimo tu lovu, na Gucci Ferragamo. 911, te pълним там, бързо возим в умал, матанину дупе мами ме. Добре се съжене около мене барбике. Она не срами се, а я размазил съм я, навикла на скупе навике.
Purchase your track today.
You gotta pay for your tracks, y'all. I can't submit the record with a tag in it, like the producer tag.
Роба и хотели, privetavi, oni beli, brate, moja še kao neki tike. Preko uši diori, ne skupi cvike, na jutu zovem ribe, sve naduvane i fine. Kaže ta noćas je puna kokaina vutre, cimni drugarice, sa mnom ja do zore. Voli, kad iti sa mnom u Milanu, da držimo tu lovu, na Gucci Ferragamo. 911, te pълним там, бързо возим в умал, матанину дупе мами ме. Добре се să žene oko mene barbike Ona ne srami se, a ja razmazio sam je Navikla na skupe navike
Yeah, I like this joint, bro. it got a real dope vibe, man. I have a hard time. I was trying to pull out the hook, pause, to just kind of get an idea of where the hook was landing. It kind of sounds like it's there because there is a certain part where it does change slightly, but it's not standing out enough for me to really say this is the hook. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's part of a problem for me. Is that even if it's in reggaeton, even if it's in Espanol, it should still be able to be differentiated of where the hook is. Like they should be standing out, not just musically but vocally, right? The vocals need to do something slightly more during the hook for it to feel like it's part of the hook, and the music has to do the same thing. And if you don't see that happening initially, then that creates part of a problem for me, where we're not looking at the where we're not able to really differentiate where the hook is at. You know what I mean? Like those things really need to be there. So, you know, it's just one of those things, man, where I feel like, yo, we definitely got to make sure that we're doing more to make sure that musically that it's standing out and that the vocals are standing out to make the hook. But we're doing music reviews tonight, folks, man. Make sure y'all submitting your records in. Shout out to everybody that's jumping in and sending their records. This is Shamel, Duzore. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, you know what I mean? But, you know, we doing what we got to do. We trying to make it do what it do. We moving it along. We're moving it along. This is, what's the name of this joint? The name of this joint? YD Coding, Chain Gang Freestyle.
Still I look for better days. I spent my prom day in the county jail, okay. Trying to switch my ways, listen to what mama say. I wish it was how it was in the good old days. Now take it back when I had no rags, only rats. Up in the crib, that's a fact, I ain't never capped. That's why I rap about that shit I've been through in the trap. I broke my back for the ones that I love, ain't never asked. Forward hand or forward pass, I'm puffing on that gas, but this shit don't really last. Life is moving way too fast, every night I'm off the yak. Hope that I don't get attached. Oh my god, I'm in my match, in the backseat of a cab, but I gotta let you go. I've been aiming for the dough, no I cannot fuck with hoes. I'm a junkie in the low, I admit to doing blow. Higher than a fucking float, at it till they call me GOAT. In the Gucci peak coat, lot of people on my wave. I'm here to save the day, knock them off with my K. Well you better say your grace, ain't no Superman, ayy. I won't do a damn thing, get the cash, fuck the fame. Ain't that part of mental game, don't you come up in my lane. Talking life for exchange, I be hanging with the gang. Got the metal, let it bang, I go off and do my thing. Take the blunt to the brain, I'm hanging with my main thing. With the fam, chain gang. What? Chain gang, nigga. With the fam, we chain gang, and we kill rats and shit. We ain't about that broke shit no more, we ain't going back to that shit. Man, fuck all that. Rich forever.
That's Chain Gang, man. Freestyle by YD Coding. I think it's kind of a decent flow, you know, for the most part. You know, even on the freestyle, man, I still believe that guys should be trying to sharpen themselves in terms of trying to make sure that you're turning freestyles into songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, to just have a verse that doesn't really have a quote-unquote hook, I think that's not really, you know, the thing to do in 2026. I think that's a very antiquated system. I know if you're trying to just do stuff in terms of content and putting things out, I can understand that. But you definitely want to get your audience used to you making like songs. You know what I mean? Like you want to make sure that you're putting those type of putting that out there, where you know the audience can hear you doing music even if it's not on your own tracks, even if it's on other people's tracks, man. You want to make sure that you're trying to practice yourself, get yourself into the cadence of creating full songs. Remember, this thing is like a muscle, and we have to kind of work this thing out to kind of make sure that we're building on that, building on making stuff that really is going to stick, and not just putting together, a few freestyles with a few bars. Like, that's cool, but that's not what I would always recommend to get yourself into the mindset of writing songs. Writing songs is what lasts, bro. Let me just be clear. I want people to understand that. Like, the songwriting is paramount. It's key to ensuring a long career. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be able to write songs. So while I understand that guys are trying to sharpen their toolbox for rapping, we have to make sure that you're sharpening your toolbox for songs. So even in freestyle mode, I still can't exonerate you from, not putting a hook on it. Rapping is pretty decent. You got a decent rap voice, decent flow, decent cadence. Just make sure you get your mixes good too. If you're gonna do the freestyle, make sure that your engineer is getting your voice right. Like, these are the places where you have to start to exercise that as well. Is getting your voice correct, fixing your mic, getting your mic to have your sound. And starting to understand what that's gonna take, so it can sound consistent across your records. But thank you for submitting on that, man. I appreciate you, man. We moving on, man. We doing music reviews tonight, folks. We trying to move this thing forward. You know what I'm saying? Doing these music reviews, man.
Arkatech Beatz.
Kaz, what up? We doing music reviews tonight, man.
Arkatech Beatz.
What up? We're about to jump into this next music review in another minute. Jumping into the live, man. We're gonna jump into this next joint. It's called Pain. It's an unreleased record by Hard Yacht Official. Make sure y'all check that out.
Put a star, I ain't on the stoop. I went to basics, I
Can't hear these vocals.
All that pain down and do whatever I had to do. All that pain down and do whatever I had to do. All that pain down and do whatever I had to do. All that pain down, yeah. If I pull this gun, baby, I ain't know I'ma shoot. I went to bed so I can make all of our dreams come true. I got a big house, my car done and lost its rule. I'm not the same now, yeah. My brody lost his life, I wish that shit ain't true. My brody lost his life, I wish that shit ain't true. My brody lost his life, I wish that shit ain't true. He in a better place.
We can't hear the vocals on this one, fellas.
I keep piling all this money, my pockets ran out of room. If I keep stacking all this money, I need like 3 or 4 rooms. Y'all won't never catch me lagging cause of tie in my shoe. Don't get run down, yeah. I don't never need directions cause I know all the rules. I don't never need directions cause I know all the rules. I don't never need directions cause I know all the rules. I know I'm on out, yeah. So much on my mind right now, it'd be so hard for me to speak. They don't waste no time right now, just come and hop in the V. They don't waste no time right now, just come and hop in the V and beat that roll down, yeah. Keep on all this money, my pockets ran out of room. If I keep stacking all this money, I need like 3 or 4 rooms. Y'all won't never catch me lagging cause I tie in my shoe. And I'ma run down, yeah. I don't never need directions cause I know all the rules. I don't never need directions cause I know all the rules. I don't never need directions cause I know all the rules. I know I'm on now, yeah. I'll hold that pain down and do whatever I had to do. I'll hold that pain down and do whatever I had to do. I'll hold that pain down and do whatever I had to do. I'll hold that pain down, yeah.
It sounded like it could have been pretty decent, man, if we had the right kind of mix. You know what I'm saying? Like if we had the right kind of mix, we might have been able to work with this. It's like this, we can't even hear it. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, I'm like, yo, that 808 was coming in kind of tough. So I'm like, okay, what's happening with this? I'm thinking that we got some motion on it, and not quite there. Not quite there, man. You know what I'm saying? This need the right mix on it. There's a hook on here that goes pretty decent at where it's supposed to go. You know, to me, the song might be structured okay, but for the most part, the hook sounds like it's layered. The hook sounds like it's standing out, but it's hard. It's very inaudible in terms of the vocals. The vocals are way low, so it's extremely hard to hear on this one. So I would tell you to make sure that you get these vocals up on this, man. Make sure that we can hear you. Like this is a big deal, and making sure that we can hear what you're trying to make, and so that the listener can hear it, man. Like you know, a bad mix is really no. You guys have the ability to get these things fixed in real time, man. Let's get them done. What we got here? We got Smoke in the building. Smoke, what's up, man? Smoke, are you in our are you in our producer society? I want to make sure that I'm not sure if I seen you in there. Make sure you're joining into the Future Producer Society, brother. There's a new beat. Smoke the Great on the beat. Let's go. Smoke, what you use to make this? loud. What's that, Soul Sister? Listen. So for this to be coming out of FL, are you using a preset there? Because you know how FL allow you to use a template with the, come out with the limiter and so forth and so on, so that your joint will be loud enough. Because this joint doesn't feel like it's exported loud enough to me. That's the first thing. I feel like the mix is not where it needs to be. So also, I feel like some of these instruments are too loud. Like right now, the shaker is too loud in my head. And then also, we have to determine, what's gonna be the break on the hook, as far as like what's the hook, what's the verse. Because right now it's just kind of running straight, and then the only time that I hear a difference in it is when the 808 comes in or when you drop something. But if you drop something, we have to make sure that it's being dropped strategically throughout the verse and everything else in between. Yeah, so I think that the sound selection, is cool. I think at the end of the day, I think we just got to kind of work on this, getting this mix better, and then at the same time trying to figure out how we want the song to go, how we want the beat to go. The beat has to, or the beat should be following a intro, either hook verse format, and then verse hook format, so that we can have a defined 8 bars or 12 bars or 16 bars of something. Having a beat or a portion of the beat drop out at a certain place is not enough to be what we would call a defined hook or a defined verse. We have to have the sounds that define the hook and the sounds that define the verses. Like, we have to have those things, and those things are not really prevalent here. You said the wrong version? I think it's the right sounds, man. I hear the 808s and stuff. I think it's the right sounds. It's a matter of getting it mixed, man. We got to get this thing, that's a whole nother situation, and making sure that we're getting to the right mixes on this thing, and making sure that the sound is, making sure that it's coming through the right way. Pause. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. Make sure that we're tapping the like button. What's this? Make sure that we're sharing the live. Smoke, man. Thank you for submitting. Make sure you jump into the group, man. We're gonna have some more stuff going on in a hot second, and we're gonna be on the tutorials tonight for sure. So we gotta build some more music. We're gonna get it done, but we're about to jump into some more reviews. Smoke. I see you, man. Let's get it done, man. I know you see me doing a lot of NPC stuff, but truth be told, I do have some music that we have produced in FL Studio. The French Montana and Max B record is FL Studio. You know what I'm saying? It's an old FL Studio. It's FL Studio 9. But that's how old the track is. But I did do it in FL Studio. I'm probably gonna do a breakdown on the beat itself, but I can't do it back in FL. Well, I probably should, but I don't. That computer is not really. It's an old computer, so it's not really working the way I want it to work. So I may have to just take the parts, throw them in the MPC, and do the breakdown there. We'll see. You know what I mean? But I want to get people to, get a little bit of insight on what it took to make that beat. So I'm probably going to do that sometime this week. Just got to find the time, man. It's been crazy. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the people jumping in, watching. This joint is called Vampire Teeth. This is the next joint. Vampire Teeth by, what's this? The Realization. I don't know when these folks submitted this. It might look like it's been sitting in the queue for a while.
Dracula with the fangs, yeah. Dracula, yes, he got the fangs, yeah. Multicolored bangs, yeah. Niggas laughing all the way to the bang, yeah. Breakfast and fervent and array, yeah. These niggas say fuck.
Yeah, man. That's not gonna quite do it for me. I swear, y'all gonna make me end the live. Oh, man, yeah. Y'all gonna make me end the live, man. Y'all gonna make me end the live, man. It's crazy, dog. Like, it's crazy, man. What is this? It's like it's all overloaded. It's just, yeah. And not for nothing, Richie, man. There's like a lane out here for this type of sound. Like, there's a lane for this, actually. Like, you know what I mean? I can't understand it. Might be telling my old age. You know what I'm saying? I might be telling my old age on this one, man, because look, I just don't feel like there's any space for music sonically that's totally overloaded, that's totally distorted. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, I feel like that's like, I feel like that's people just trying to sell us something that ain't real. You know what I mean? They're trying to sell us this like this is a style, or or to sell us something that just sonically sounds crazy. And I think it's okay for us to push back a little bit, man. I think because we didn't push back on a lot of this music, man, that's the reason why the industry got trashed. It's because a lot of the stuff that we should have pushed back on, we didn't push back on it. We should have pushed back on a lot of these guys' music when the music was trash. We should have pushed back on it. And we should have said, nah, that's not it. We're not going to allow that into the space. And we allow some things to get into the space because it had a bunch of views on it, but not realizing that those views were all botted views. We paid a lot of attention to a lot of music that shouldn't have been paid attention to. Ultimate Robot Breakdance. What's this? By Dempsey Rock DJ Productions. This might be the last one for tonight. Let's see what it sounds like quick. For my producers, man, we're going to jump back on for a music producer to go tonight. We're going to cook up live tonight. Two, one. But see, what happens is it just doesn't go anywhere. This is just kind of stuck where it's at, and it needs to go somewhere. Like you got a good, like imagine this though. Imagine you got the 808 joint going. You know, you got the 808 joint. You got the 808 drum rocking like that. You got the 808 drum doing what it's doing with that. Like there are so many things that you could have did with that would have made that into a tough tune. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, you could have taken that, man, and you could run that drum. You could run that drum loop. You could run what he did in the 808 because obviously it was programmed pretty well in terms of the 808 stuff. But you could take that, and I could find 100 different samples, man, that would make that shit go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because you already got the drum track there. You know what I'm saying? That sound a certain type of way. So that drum track already got people, you know, people already know the 808 drum tracks, how those are sounding. So you're expecting something to kind of come on the track that's going to give us some sort of melody. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Herbie Hancock would have destroyed this back in the day, you know, and that's probably one of the, you know, the prime benefactors of this type of stuff between him and Africa Bambaataa and them guys. Like Herbie Hancock would have taken this joint and he would have took it to the stratosphere by basically adding on some melody on there. Dum boom dum 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 dum. Right? He'd have added something to it. He just ain't gonna let it ride out like that, you know what I mean? Like it should have did something, you know? So I think that's a wasted opportunity, bro. Honestly, no, you know, no disrespect. I think it's a wasted opportunity. It's like, listen, folks, you're submitting the music, man. The music reviews that we're doing here, man, we're trying to get you to commercial viability, man. We're trying to get you from hobbyist to professional. You understand? Like if you can sell your music to anybody, we go from a hobbyist to a professional, right? Because you've been able to actually make something and to sell it. You know what I'm saying? And if we can get you to a point where you can sell it to one person, then you can sell it to 10. If you can sell it to 10, then you can sell it to 100. You understand? So it's like it's just a matter of changing your mindset of, you know, just treating this thing like it's just kind of like a, you know, well, you know, I just like how, you know, we got to change that mindset because, you know, music has a ton of value, and you see deals being made like crazy for billions and billions and billions of dollars when it comes to music and music catalogs. And you know, these folks will fool you into thinking that this is only a hobby. So you guys treat it like we treat it like a hobby, but they're running all the way to the bank with this bitch. And we have to start changing our mindset on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. You know, we're not to say that you can't have fun with it and do all of that good stuff. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying really when I'm doing these reviews and I'm trying to get folks to understand is that we're trying to get folks to get to different levels of doing music professionally. You know what I mean? I'm not really trying to do hobbyist music reviews. You know what I mean? Because I'm not a hobbyist. I can't relate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't relate at this point. Maybe 25, 30 years ago, I could have related to that. I can't relate to that anymore. I've seen the other side. I've seen how the money is made. You understand? I've seen how, you know, I see how stars are made. I see how, you know, classic records are made. It's different. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. If you're trying to submit for us to listen to, you know, make sure that you're submitting to listen to. The queue is, you know, it just remains open. You know what I'm saying? The queue remains open for people to submit. You know, again, I cannot guarantee when or if you get heard. It just, you know, as it continues to grow, then it'll just become more difficult for folks to get listened to over time if you're not prioritizing yourself in terms of skipping or thrown. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's the way to make sure that you get listened to. I'm only on here for a short while. For my producers, I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm going to jump back in, and we're getting back into our music production grind. So for my producers, just wait out for the notification. We're gonna jump back into that, and we're gonna make sure that we're cooking up tonight. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be cooking up probably for every night for the next few weeks. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the game got to continue to go. We got to keep going on and on and on. We got to keep keeping it go. So as I get out of here, I said I'll play a joint that we did yesterday. I did this late last night, maybe like 1 o'clock in the morning. Finished it up.
Arkatech Beatz.
Peace, everybody, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Deshaun, I appreciate you.
Arkatech Beatz.